Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
The Walker Johns Memorial Press Box opens for the first time. Also, Greenville sets up funding for their new community center. And in the final report of our series, Preparing for the Worst happens this hour. All of these stories and how much will we get in rainfall this weekend?
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fred Dawkins, and here are the top stories that we're working on for you at this hour. Farmington's home opener for the Black Knights will mark the first official use of the brand new Walker Johns Memorial Press Box. Walker's mother, Kelly, spoke to 18 Eyewitness News about who made the press box possible.
It's the community, Farmington, the surrounding counties. They all contributed money, funding it completely through private donations. Brock Miller Construction, all the workers, Keith Hudson, and all the businesses. We've all came together and made it possible.
The Walker Johns Childhood Cancer Foundation offered to lease the press box to the Farmington School District for $1 a year. The district signed a 51-year lease to commemorate Walker's jersey number. Kelly says the foundation raises money to help children fighting cancer and their families.
Personally, we know that the impact is great. I mean, you constantly have little issues. Parents have to eat. They have to take care of their kids. Gasoline is not cheap, so it does take about $1,000 a month to drive back and forth.
Kelly says all of the money raised is given to children and their families to help with expenses. Now, back in April, the foundation gave 4 area children $4,500. Well, now here's Dustin Kopp with a look at our wet forecast. Dustin, how's it going?
Well, Fred, we've seen Isaac all day long today, and we're going to continue to see him this evening into the overnight hours and tomorrow. Looking at current conditions through southeast Missouri, they're in the upper 70s to lower 80s. 80 right now in Festus, 79 in Potosi, 80 in Ironton, Piedmont at 79, 78 in Van Buren, and Poplar Bluff right now at 80 degrees. Going through the evening hours, 80 degrees by 7 p.m., 78 by 9, and by midnight we'll see temperature around 77 degrees. Showers and possibly a rumble of thunder will continue off and on for the next several hours into tomorrow. I'll give you more details on your forecast, including your Labor Day forecast, coming up later in weather.
The city of Greenville hopes to break ground for their new community center in the next 2 years. Mayor Don Scowden says the city will work with the not-for-profit Wayne County Improvement Corporation to sell $300,000 in tax credits to fund the project. Scowden tells 18 Eyewitness News originally the plan was to pay for the center through a community development block grant.
They would not fund the structure of the building for that amount that we needed. So now what's going to happen, we're going to use the tax credit plan and then come back and get a community block grant to finish up with.
Mayor Scowden says the center will be 60 by 100 feet with a kitchen, restrooms, meeting rooms, and a gymnasium banquet center. The Missouri Department of Transportation Southeast District is moving from a construction to a maintenance mode. That's the assessment of MoDOT District Engineer Andy Meyer, who cites the completion of the Safe and Sound Bridge program and the expansion of Highway 67 to 4 lanes as the last major projects in the area. Now, Meyer notes MoDOT's funding source, the gasoline tax in Missouri, is constantly shrinking.
As people drive less and become more efficient in their traveling, it really puts a pinch on what we can do with funding we have available.
Meyer adds, for now, MoDOT will have to address issues as the funding allows.
We have a lot of rural roads that don't have shoulders, that would like to put shoulders on. There's a lot of things that we can do. I think what you'll see is that we always have more needs than we have resources, and really what we're seeing right now is a reduction in the resources available.
Meyer says over the last 5 years, MoDOT's had a budget of $1.2 billion, but after 2012, they'll only have about half of that amount. Throughout his campaign for the Republican nomination for Missouri's 3rd Senate District, Gary Romine touted his business credentials. After winning the primary, he's now received the endorsement of Missouri's Chamber of Commerce as their pro-jobs candidate. In an interview with 18 Eyewitness News, Romine said his business background would serve him well in Jefferson City.
And I think if we approach that management of our funds with a business acumen, with a business sense about us, we will have enough resources to successfully meet the needs of our state in our budget.
Romine will face Democratic State Representative Joe Fallert for the state Senate's 3rd District, which represents St. Francis, St. Genevieve, Washington, Iron, Reynolds, and parts of Jefferson counties. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, we'll have the school district's perspective in the final report in our series, Preparing for the Worst. That's coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News.
When you're looking for quality home furnishings, appliances, and more, look no further than Heartland Furniture and Appliance. Heartland Furniture and Appliance offers great low prices every day and 6 months same as cash financing. No hassle leasing and great customer service. With 3 locations to better serve you, the customer. In Doniphan, Dexter, and Piedmont on both sides of Main Street. Heartland Furniture and Appliance.
Sing a song about the Heartland. Sing a song about my life.
Oh, the blood of Jesus washes. Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. With the blood, it is my victory.
Take control of your future by enrolling at the Unitech Career Center. Discover a new career with Unitech's nursing programs or the opportunities with Unitech's sheet metal fabricating program, or turn your hobby into a career with Unitech's power sports equipment program. From electrical trades to automotive technology programs, the first step to a well-paying future starts at the Unitech Career Center, Raider Road in Bonne Terre. For adult information, call 358-3011. For high school information, call 358-2271.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins, Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp, and Jeremy Martin with sports. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
When the St. Francis County Ambulance District did their tactical medical training, they used Farmington High School. Well, since one of the scenarios involved a school shooting, the training gave the team a chance to become more familiar on location with the building. Superintendent Dr. Natalie Thomas says the training benefits the school district as well.
I really welcome them and would appreciate it if they did training in all of our buildings, because when training occurs in a facility, it just heightens the ability for people to meet the needs of our children and our staff. So the more familiar providers are with each of our buildings, the better off we will be when we need them or if we need them.
In addition, Dr. Thomas says knowing a plan is in place offers a level of comfort to the staff and the students.
And I think it also helps our staff and those students that observe to understand if something were to happen that there is a plan, and just knowing there's a plan helps people be calm and respond in the most effective way.
Farmington Schools Superintendent Dr. Natalie Thomas. The tour to Parkland is set for September 24th. The Park Hills Leadington Chamber of Commerce is offering 3 different rides on that date, starting and ending at Mineral Area College. 18 Eyewitness News caught up with Charlie Boyer at MAC, who told us about the different routes.
We've added a family ride, and this is just to get people involved with the group riding concept. The family ride will take us through some of the rural areas in and around Park Hills, Farmington area, and Leadington.
Boyer says there's also a 50-mile adventure ride with an optimal and optional zip line run and an 82-mile ride to the highest point in Missouri.
The ride down to Tom Sauk is along some of the established cross-country bicycle routes that have been established. We start out on those, and then we end up at Tom Sauk Lookout Tower, After that, we're coming back on beautiful, beautiful Highway E.
Registration for all 3 rides is September the 4th. For more information, call the Chamber at 431-1051. Each fall, the Ozark National Scenic Riverways Project Butterfly gives elementary school children in Eminence, Winona, and Van Buren an opportunity to learn more about these insects. Park Ranger Bill O'Donnell provides 1 chrysalis for each classroom. When the monarch butterfly hatches, students place a numbered tag on it and sets it free. And park spokesperson Faye Walmsley says 1 butterfly recently completed a very long journey.
And lo and behold, in Mexico, somebody contacted the University of Kansas, and one of our butterflies made it all the way to Mexico.
It's estimated the butterfly averaged around 10 miles a day to cover the 1,500-mile journey from Shannon County, Missouri to Sonora, Mexico. And still to come on 18 Eyewitness News, how an afternoon of watching football can cause years of damage to your voice. Some tips that will keep you in the game.
We've seen Isaac all day today, and he's going to continue for the next couple of days. I'll give you details on your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast coming up next.
When someone comes in a Mineral Area's emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
Sky watchers are in for a rare treat as we end August. Jason Lindsay with Hooked on Science tells us about something we won't see again until 2015.
It only happens about every 2.7 years, and it won't happen again until 2015. What am I talking about? A blue moon. You'll be able to see this rare event starting on Friday, August the 31st. A blue moon happens when there are 2 full moons in just 1 month. Is the moon really blue? It's not. Although after volcanic activity or forest fires, the moon can appear to take on a bluish or sometimes lavender coloration. This is because of soot and ash particles deposited high up into the Earth's atmosphere. So if you live in an area where there have been forest fires, the moon could appear blue. If there are clouds in your area preventing you from seeing this rare sky event, you can watch a live moon webcast by going to our website. That's hookedonscience.org. Once you're there, just click on the moon icon.
Friday, the day after the blue moon, is also the day of a private funeral service for Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon, who died last Saturday in Ohio at the age of 82.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
We're continuing to watch Isaac as he makes his way through Missouri into Illinois, and as we track Isaac, we're going to be seeing showers, possibly even a couple rumbles of thunder for the next couple of days. Looking at our weather headlines for southeast Missouri, we'll see that rain continue at least through Sunday, and with highs in the low 80s this weekend, we're going to start seeing a warm-up for Monday, Labor Day, with plenty of sunshine and temperatures in the upper 80s. Here in southeast Missouri, temperatures are in the upper 70s to lower 80s. 80 right now in Festus, Potosi at 79, 80 in Ironton, Fredericktown at 81, and 79 right now in Piedmont. Here at the studio, we have current temperature of 81 degrees, and it feels like 85 out there with some showers out there. Current dew point 72, 74% humidity, and the wind coming out of the southeast at 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, we're going to continue to see Isaac through portions of Missouri and starting to make its way towards the east coast. We'll continue to see that possibly into Sunday. So for tonight, showers continue, low around 75, southeast wind 5 to 10. Areas throughout southeast Missouri in the low 70s, 71 in Potosi through Ironton, 69 in Van Buren, 72 in Piedmont, and Poplar Bluff 73. Then for tomorrow, temperature around 80 degrees. Some areas may be a little bit warmer, like in Festus at 83, 82 in Potosi, 88 though in Ellington and Piedmont, 89 in Poplar Bluff, and 88 in Cape Girardeau. Those showers could possibly continue through Sunday morning. Look at the next several days here in southeast Missouri. As I was saying, possibly through Sunday morning. 81 for your daytime high on Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, plenty of sunshine. Temperature around 87 on Monday. Tuesday, 91. Then we're back to showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Temperature around 88 on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in the mid-80s. And another look at our weekend forecast. Showers continue throughout the daytime hours, 80 degrees on Saturday. Sunday, temperature around 80 degrees with some morning showers possibly lingering into the early afternoon. That's checking your Storm Tracker weather forecast. More details to locate at KDKZ18.com. Just click on the weather tab. Fred, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Dustin. Well, as football season gets underway, doctors are cautioning fans to pay close attention to their voices. It's easy to get carried away while cheering on your team, but overdoing it can cause permanent damage. With a game to help plan and protect your voice, here's Clark Powell.
No matter what your sport, the roar of the crowd is part of the allure of the game. But as Nicole Moyer will tell you, cheering too long and too loud can too often leave you speechless.
It got to a point where it was so bad where I could physically feel that I was straining and harming my voice.
It's a feeling most fans experience at some point, but doctors say if you ignore the warning signs, you could do damage that lasts a lifetime.
Anyone who has hoarseness that lasts beyond 12 or 24 hours should probably go see a physician, because that means you've caused some damage beyond just a little bit of swelling.
Dr. Eric Forrest is the director of the Voice Clinic at the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, who has these tips for protecting your voice come game time. If you tailgate, be aware that smoke and alcohol dry out your throat and increase the risk of damage. During the game, listen to your voice, and if it weakens, clap, don't scream. And throughout the day, make sure you drink plenty of water.
It's really about hydration, keeping the vocal cords moist, drinking water during the game, and don't letting them dry out.
If you do damage your voice, let it rest and don't talk at all. Some people try to whisper, but doctors say that can prolong the damage.
Whispering's even worse than talking. You cause more stress on your vocal cords by whispering than you do just by soft conversational speaking.
And remember, cold air constricts and dries out your vocal cords faster, so as the season goes on, the risk of injury goes up. At Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center, this is Clark Powell reporting.
Doctors say before heading to the game, you might also want to warm up your voice much like a singer would. Surgery can only correct much damage to the vocal cords, so preventing injury in the first place is very crucial. Well, coming up in today's Your Life segment on 18 Eyewitness News, camping can be a great way to spend family time. So why not take 150 of your relatives? You'll meet one family who does just that every year in today's Focus on the Family.
Your Health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy of Deloge. We're caring for you and about you is our business. From taking time to explain your medication, offering a caring touch, to a full line of medical equipment, supplies, and diabetic shoes. We'll help you understand your options and assist you with Medicare drug plan enrollment with a comfortable waiting area, convenient drive-through, or free delivery. Caring for our neighbors is our business. Your locally owned Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy, just off of Highway 67 at the Deloge exit. When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Archair Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Archair Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
Do your children know their cousins, aunts, or uncles? Dr. Bill Meyer is here now with a fun way to keep those bonds connected.
Take the train to Sty Camp to see our cousins all.
It looks and sounds like a typical campfire activity. But when the Steikens go camping, it's not entirely typical.
The children grow up knowing all their cousins.
They know them because when the Steikens camp, it really is a family activity. All 150 of them grab their tents and sleeping bags. The biannual family reunion even has its own name, Sty Camp.
So we came up with the idea of giving everybody a unique Sty Camp name. And for example, my name is Petrified Paul. My wife's name is Muskrat Margaret. We have a daughter named Meadowlark Marquetta.
Up to 4 generations show up every other summer. One of the highlights of each reunion is the latest tall tale spun by the campfire that introduces the comical camp names.
Paul has a great way of telling the stories. He keeps everybody in suspense, and so that when the name is called out, it's really a big thing.
Legends around the campfire provide endless entertainment for this large extended family, but the real stories being exchanged are just as valuable.
And when we go to family reunions, you hear stories, you hear a sense of legacy, you hear the stories about how the family came to be, and that's extremely important for kids to understand.
We're really coming to a sense of community in this week, and there are great bonds.
Just as we try to carve out meaningful time with our immediate families on a regular basis, it's well worth adding occasional time for extended family to our calendars. A little bit of effort can lead to a lot of enrichment.
I'm a better person because of my relationship with them, and it doesn't stay at Sty Camp. It continues throughout the year.
I think it's going to go on for many years to come, and what a neat legacy to have.
For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
For more valuable information on life's issues, relationships, and family, please visit our website, KDKZ18.com, and click on Focus on the Family under the Lifestyles tab. Today's Plugged-In Movie Review looks at the new movie, Oogie Loves in the Big Balloon Adventure.
And it's time for all you kids to get out of your seats and join us.
The interactive kids movie, The Oogie Loves in the Big Balloon Adventure, takes place in the colorfully silly and bigger-than-life world of lovely Loveville. Gooby, Zuzi, and Toofy are all planning a party for their pillow friend, Schluffy. But there's a big problem. The magical balloons they got for him are accidentally released, and somebody has to go find them. That somebody, of course, is every toddler, tyke, mom, and dad in the theater.
Get ready to dance along.
And here's where the film's interactive parts come into play. From the beginning of the movie, the life-size Oogie Loves puppets raise an appeal for kids of all ages to join in. When they see the butterflies flitter around the screen, it's time to jump up, dance around, and join the action. When the turtles make their way across the screen, though, hustle back to your seats.
If you plan on talking, if you feel like singing, and if you can't stop dancing,
then you're in the right place. Things are indeed saccharinely sweet here in this whimsical world aimed at the 4 and under crowd. The 82-minute puppet pick talks and sings about friendship, teamwork, love, and generosity.
I'd like sweet pickle, dill pickle, warm pickle, chill pickle, please.
Oh, my favorite.
But this silly kid show goes a bit too far sometimes, including some pants-dropping nonsense and live-action female dancers in immodest outfits. So I can only give The Oogie Loves in the Big Balloon Adventure 3.5 youthful giggles out of 5 for family friendliness. For an in-depth review on this film or anything else at your local box office, visit us first at pluggedin.com or download our smartphone app. Plugging you into the movies, I'm Cheryl Wilhelmy for Focus on the Family's Plugged In Movie Review.
You can find reviews of other current movies, DVD releases, as well as music, games, and TV shows at our website, KDKZ18.com. Click on Plugged In under the Lifestyles tab.
And coming up in sports, Farmington and Trinity Catholic are battling at this hour in the Black Knights home opener. The Fredericktown Blackcats kicked off their home opener this afternoon, and the Clearwater Tigers wind up their 3rd game on the road this week.
These stories coming up in sports on 18 Eyewitness News.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1-800-587-7095.
This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News, with Jeremy Martin.
The Black Knights are battling Trinity at this hour in Farmington's home opener. Kickoff was moved up to 5 o'clock this afternoon to avoid any potential stormy weather. As always, you can hear Black Knight football live on our sister station, Froggy 96, or on your computer at froggy96online.com, or you can watch the game Sunday afternoon at 3 right here on Channel 18 KDKZ. Weather concerns also moved up the kickoff for Fredericktown hosting the Hillsboro Hawks in the Black Cats home opener. If you missed hearing the game live on our sister stations, Mix 103.9 FM and AM 1450, watch all the action Sunday at noon right here on KDKZ. Other area Week 2 games include the North County Raiders invading Park Hills Central to take on the Rebels and the Potosi Trojans traveling to Pacific. And the Clearwater Tigers take a break after their third road game this week. The Tigers traveled to Doniphan yesterday and played to the top of the 10th inning when the game was suspended, tied at 9. Clearwater is now off until Tuesday when they go back on the road to take on Ellington. You can hear that game live on our sister station, Kickin' Country 105, right around 4 o'clock. And that's a look at sports. Fred and Dustin, back over to you.
Well, Dustin Kopp, Hurricane or Tropical Depression Isaac is on top of us now.
It's on top of us.
The question is, how much rain are we going to get?
We are going to continue to see rain off and on for the next several hours into tomorrow and possibly into Sunday. 2 to 4. Some areas may get almost 6 inches, depending on where you are. It looks like the heavier amounts of rain are to the north in St. Louis and further west and kind of southwest. But we really haven't seen a lot of rainfall out of it yet, but the bulk of it still on the way.
Yet to come.
Yet to come. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast, shall we? We will continue to see those showers off and on tomorrow. Heavy at times, temperature around 80 degrees, possibly lingering into Sunday morning, possibly Sunday early afternoon, 81 degrees. Monday and Tuesday, plenty of sunshine, 87 on Monday. Tuesday, warmer at 91. And then we're cooling back off just a little bit on Wednesday with showers and thunderstorms. 88 degrees for your daytime on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Mid-80s with showers and thunderstorms back in the forecast.
Interesting to note that we're going to get more rain next week, so we're starting to see the patterns move in on more of a regular cycle.
Yeah, we need it, and I'm not complaining one bit.
You betcha. That does it for the newscast. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock with more. Until then, have a blessed day, everyone, and God bless you.
The news doesn't stop here. Just go to KDKZ18.com for your latest news, weather, and sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. News Watch is next. We'll see you tonight at 10.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood? Email us at news@kdkz.tv.
Here's what's coming up tonight on KDKZ 18.